Irving Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
From the Irving Gymnasium, it's the Game of the Week on ICTN. Actually, we're at the MacArthur Gymnasium, and the Lady Cardinals are going to play host to the Lady Vikings. Hi, everyone. I'm a discombobulated Lance Brown. Bob Berry is alongside. We're very glad to have you along for this contest between these two teams as we see volleyball for the second time this year. This will be an interesting battle because Nimitz hasn't defeated the Lady Cardinals since, wow, when these girls were in grade school. Here are your starters for Nimitz. It's Graber, Jessup, Flowers, Nolly, Felician, Lane, and Jackie Dar, the libero. For the MacArthur Lady Cardinals, Uniquana, Amador, Foster, Gonzalez, De La Rosa, Elliott, and Woolover, the libero, MacArthur. Quick look at the standings coming into this ball game. It is two of these teams, really they're tied for 5th place right now. One of them really has to win this ball game to have any hope for a playoff spot. So that's kind of how it goes right now. Euless Trinity on top. They're 5-0 along with Heritage 5-0. Bell at 4-1, Grapevine 3-2. Then you have Irving, Mac, and Nimitz all tied with 1-4 records. Turner in the basement. We're set to go, and here's Bob Berry with a play-by-play.
Thank you. Meredith Lane will be serving for the Vikings, and we are off and running. And that's point number 1 for Nimitz. As Lance told you, it's been a long time since Nimitz has defeated MacArthur in volleyball. A real long time, and Lane serving, hoping that maybe she can get another ace right here. 1-0, Nimitz leading.
Nice recovery by Mac there. Stumbled a little bit.
And there is the kill. Driving it home, Adriana Nolly. And it's 2-0.
Let's watch this slam again. Nolly getting up nice. Looked like it might have been touched too by Felicia. Nice save that time.
This is Willover sending it back over. Now Lane sets it up for her teammate. Saved this time by the Cardinals. And hitting the net is a Cardinal player. That was Foster. So it's a point for Nimitz. They lead it 3-0. They're off and running here. As Lance told you, this is coming your way from the MacArthur Gymnasium, being recorded on the 1st of October.
Not the Irving.
Oh, that's into the net. Had served that time. 1 point for MacArthur. It's 3-1. Now serving for MacArthur will be Sydney Foster. Good shot of Sydney right there.
Too long.
It's out. So it's 4-1 Nimitz. Lacey Jessup will be serving. She can control the ball.
Whoops.
Nimitz trying to save it right now. They got to get it back over with this one. Nice save that time by Willover. Put it up. Hits the net, falls over, point from MacArthur.
Sometimes you need a break, and they got one.
It always helps, 4-2.
Watch it again here.
Right here.
The tip, and
off the hands of Adriana Nolly, the sophomore. Lakin Willover to serve. Lane puts it up in the air, and her teammate sends it across the net. That was Jessup. Willover again. Saved this time by Lane. Now MacArthur has to get it over on this attempt, and they can. So a point for Nimitz. They lead it 5-2. First substitute coming in for Nimitz. This is Nana Flowers, a senior. And also coming in is Jalen Jones. She is an underclassman, a junior, and she will be serving. This is Miss Jones with the ball. That's off to the side, off the court, so it's a point for MacArthur, and it's 5-3. Mac will have Amber Amador serving. Way too strong. Point for Nimitz. Both these teams having a little trouble right now with the serves. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Paloma Orozco to serve. Hits the net. Willover tries to get it up and over, and does. Lane keeps it in play. Willover returning it again for MacArthur. Now let's see what Nimitz can do. This is going to be a tough one. Max setting it up. Orozco that time saving it, and then nice play this time. Point for MacArthur.
Yumi Kwana up there to knock that ball back. Never got past her. Good job.
De La Rosa to serve. Lane puts it up in the air for her teammates. Hammering it across that time was Felician. And let's see, they're going to give the point to Nimitz.
The double hit is what they're going to say.
Sydney Foster that time, a little bit of a no-no. So Nimitz takes the 7-4 lead. And serving for Nimitz will be Felician.
Well,
Into the net it goes.
Both teams having trouble with holding serves there.
Uma Cuomo, see what she can do with it now.
Whoop, too far.
Got it in.
Line, probably down.
Just did get it in. The official had to do some fancy footwork to avoid being hit by that ball. 8-5 our score, and Nimitz with the lead.
Well, the last 10 serves have been won by the returning team.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. And Felician talking with Coach E there. Coach Joy Engledinger. Looking for a win over these Lady Cardinals.
Hammering it across is Jessup. And returning the favor this time was Foster. Now they set it up again for Jessup, and a nice save by Foster.
Double hit.
And an infraction that time against MacArthur. So the point goes over to Nimitz, and they lead it 8-6. This is Jackie Darr to do the serving. Well, again, another misfire as far as the serve is concerned, and it's 8-7. Gabriela Gonzalez, see if she can do any bit better here. It's going to be a tough one to return, but the Vikings do it. Boy, really drilling at that time was Gabriela Gonzalez. So it's a point for MacArthur, and we are tied at 8.
We watch it again.
Watch it right
here.
there. Yeah.
They made it easy, really. Nice little
Very
game,
nice
wasn't it?
placement that time by Jessup. Peyton Reaver coming in for Nimitz.
Here's the dink coming your way. Nice job, Jessup.
Trying for the dink and not getting it at all was Adriana Nally. So we are tied at 9. Make it 10-9, MacArthur.
First lead of the ball game for Mac.
Yeah. They trail by as many as 3 points, I believe, 7-4 at one time. But they've battled back and now they lead it. Hammering the ball into the net is Graver. And it's now an 11-9 game. Mac up by 2. You need 25 points to win, and you must have at least a 2-point advantage over your opponent when you get that 25. If not, you keep on playing. Very nice return that time by MacArthur. And now they've built up. Well, let's see, is there a change here?
Let's watch it again.
Timeout is called.
It's just good to have big arms. As Lauren Elliott goes up and does the job that time for the Lady Cardinals.
Right back, left front. Y'all gotta cover those tips, okay? Because they're not fast. Be on that, okay? Talk.
Well, this is one of 2 games we're going to have this week on ICTN. We'll also have Nimitz football team later in the week as they take on our alternative. This is homecoming week, by the way, for Nimitz.
Well, it's always difficult to predict who's going to win high school football, but R.L. Turner has really had a tough time.
Oh,
MacArthur ran all over them.
Yeah, they've won 6 games in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Turner has.
Yeah. You know, there's something, I don't know what it is, but athletically they've not done well, not only in football, but in volleyball. When we show you the standings again, you'll see they're at the very bottom. Serving for MacArthur is Sydney Foster. Left-handed smash that time by Graver. Jones saves it. Pitching across is Jessup. Point for Nimitz.
No, Mac.
No, Mac. Okay, I stand corrected. 13-9 the score.
Mac on a roll right now. Continue to roll.
And it's 14-9.
Six in a row now.
Foster to do the serving. Mac trying to smash it in. A nice block that time, but the point goes to MacArthur. Nimitz player had her hand on the net, so it's 15-9 Mac.
Watch it one more time here. Just couldn't get it over. And another one by Mac.
And there's an ace for MacArthur on the serve, and it's now 16-9. Foster on something of a roll here.
8 in a row. 9 in a row.
Point for MacArthur. No, it's 17-9.
And Nimitz wants a timeout.
Yeah, Nimitz, and boy, they need one too.
Oh, yeah. What was once a 3-point lead has turned into an 8-point deficit. We'll watch this again as they get it over on the far side. But Graybird hits the antenna there. That's out of bounds. And as a result, there's a glum look on that young lady's face.
Well, both these teams have not really done well thus far this year.
No.
In district play, they have identical records of 1-4, as do the Irving Tigers. But then when you look at overall, Nimitz has won 8 matches this year. MacArthur's won just 4.
Well, you don't know who they won them against, so that's one of those kind of, when you're in non-district and playing in tournaments, things like that.
Sydney Foster to serve, and does very well.
Boy, that's a good dig there.
Yeah. Put it up near the net, they serve it again. And that time, a point for MacArthur. They lead it 18-9. Boy, they've really had a run here. Woolover sets it up for her teammates. Across the net it goes. A little dink that time by Jessup.
Finally.
This time Nimitz is going to get the point. And they break that run by MacArthur, but they're down by 8, 18-10.
You see out of bounds when she hit that, so.
Jessup to serve. Woolover sets it up for her teammates. Into the net it goes. Point for Nimitz. That makes it 18-11. Jessup hoping that she can get on a roll here.
She touched the net? Nope,
No.
she didn't.
Good play. Very nice play that time by Nolly. Picking up a point for her team. It's now 18-12.
Donna Sullivan,
And MacArthur wants a timeout.
Donna Sullivan, the referee. You can see up there in the cage.
Whoa. How's that for a reach?
Good to be tall, isn't it?
That's what the...
Kevin Davis, the other official for tonight. He's on the floor. But now 3 in a row has been reeled off by Nimitz. Not like, not like football. You don't get a bunch of points at one time. You just got to get them one at a time. Just chip away at it. Latoya Ramsey in her second year as a head coach here.
She played collegiately for Elkhorn State. Now, here is Jessup serving. Woolover sets it up. Again, it's Woolover. Here's Jones. Off the fingertips, and not how to do it. Point for Nimitz, 18-13. Oh, Jessup is on something of a roll right now.
Nimitz has 5 in a row. That's a wonderful dig.
Again, they'll set it up. Here it is, a smash, and that is too tall. So MacArthur gets a point. They break the streak by Nimitz. And Mac is up by 6, 19-13. Nice dink that time by Graver. That's Jones driving it, but too far. And MacArthur leads it 20-13. Mac 5 points away from winning his first match.
Whoops.
Serving, going into the net. Woolover that time with the miscue. And it's 20-14. Jalen Jones to do the serving.
She needs to reel off about 4 or 5 in a row here.
Jones saving it for a teammate.
Oh, wonderful
Good
kill.
to kill that time by Graber.
On delay.
20-15 our score.
Let's watch this again. Graber with the left-handed smash. Good job. Mac with a good job of saving that point.
It's awfully close to the net. Nice think by Jones. And the officials, let's see, called it 2 different ways. Let's see which way it's going to go now. They're going to give that point to MacArthur. So it's 21-15.
She went into the net is what they're going to say.
Jones again with a hard shot. Gets that point for her team. And it's now 21-16. Watch the replay right here. Boy, she really gets up in the air.
Looked pretty, didn't it? Yeah. Orozco to serve.
Paloma Orozco. Nice save that time by Dodd. Jones gets it over. And it's a point for Nimitz. Boy, that's great teamwork.
Yeah, I was just about to say that was teamwork done well there. Nimitz only 4 down now.
21-17. Up to Jones. But they're going to call an infraction against Nimitz. And so the point goes to MacArthur. 22-17. Mac just 3 points away from winning this first set. To do the serving, Cecilia De La Rosa. You talk about a kill shot that time by Foster.
Yeah.
And it's 23-17. Watch this right now in the replay.
She gets up there and really knocks it home. Good job.
De La Rosa continuing to serve. Her team just 2 points away from a victory here.
Long.
Too tall. So it's 23-18. And Jones will serve for Nimitz. Two-handed shot takes it across the net. Nimitz returns. That's Willover saving it. Slamming it just out. Just out for MacArthur. So it's a 23-19 game. Again, Jones to do the serving. Willover sets it up for her teammate, and they send it across. That's Jessup, back to Willover. MacArthur now needs a little dink here, but they get it across. Beautiful play.
Called out.
23-20. And again, a timeout is called.
Let's watch that last point again here as they get it just out of bounds. So Nimitz has had a nice comeback here. They got off to the good start, then Mac went on that roll. But now the Lady Vikes have been chipping away at the lead. A little here, a little there, a little there, a little there. And now they're 3 down here as we get towards the end of this first match.
The all-important serves coming up now for Nimitz.
Although really in this particular game it hasn't been always an advantage.
This is Jones to do the serving.
Whoops.
An ace for Jones, make it 23-21.
De La Rosa just not able to handle it, so she's going to come out of the ball game and replaced by Reyes.
Jones to serve, and that's Reyes. Good save by Willover, and they get it back over. Point for Nimitz, 23-22. The Vikings come roaring back. Looked like they were out of it, but boy, they really rolled up some points here.
Felician to serve again.
Reyes puts it up in the air and slamming it back across the net. Now they'll set it up again. This is Jessup. We're tied at 23.
How about that?
Who would have thunk it?
We watch it again here. Good job by Jessup.
Yeah, really.
And Mac just hit him where they ain't. Felician again.
Jones serving. Reyes puts it up in the air. Back it comes. Jessup puts it up. Jessup drives it to Willover. Now they'll set it up. Hammer it to Jones and a violation call.
Well, that's Felician number 12, Bob. It's not Jones.
Reyes puts it up in the air. Nimitz just needs 1 point to win this first match.
Got to win by 2.
Nimitz wins it. 25-23.
How about that for a comeback, huh?
Oh. It looked like they couldn't possibly win this.
They set it up.
A little left-handed shot.
Looked was kind of like a hook shot there, and great job of knocking that home.
We'll be back in a moment. Well, we're starting the second set of competition, and Nimitz continues their role. They have picked up the first point.
No, Matt did.
I beg your pardon, MacArthur did. They picked up the first point. Now that serve is a little bit too strong, so we're tied at 1. And serving for MacArthur will be Lacey Jessup, who had a very nice game that first time around. Here's Lacey serving.
Well, that was a good dig. That Nimitz point. They were out of bounds when they touched it.
Putting into the net that time was Amber Amador. So it's 2-1 Nimitz. And Jessup will continue to serve for the Vikings.
Oh!
Nice kill that time.
I'd say.
Boy, that was solid. Watch this. Take this.
Watch,
Wham.
Yeah, watch. Oh, man.
So Nimitz up 3-1. Good save by Jessup. Sending across is Felicia. Boy, that left-hand power just really pays off. Another kill for Nimitz. They made it 4-1.
Deja vu all over again. He started off last match at 4-1 Nimitz. This girl's can serve, though.
Putting into the net that time was Sydney Foster.
Boy,
So
Graber.
it's 5-1.
Jessup doing a great job back there. Whoops.
Point this time for MacArthur. Off the hands of Alejandra Reyes. You can see right there. Just couldn't control it. So the ball having been served, let's see what Nimitz can do with it to get it back across the net.
Oh, wonderful.
One-handed dink that time by Gabriela Gonzalez. And it's 5-3.
Everybody bought the fake, and she went and knocked it home. Good job, Gabriela.
They set it up. Felicia tried to get it, but it was out of bounds. And so it's now 5-3. She had an opportunity that time.
5-4.
Just hit it a little bit too much. Make it 5-4. Felician again. And again, the point goes to MacArthur, so we're tied at 5.
Wonderful dig that time.
Really. And again, another one. Felician handling it home and picks up the point.
Great job by Nimitz that time. Boy, that's a great dig that time by Jessup.
Yeah. He's a player, no matter what that. And there's Rollover trying to save it. So to do the serving for Nimitz will be Jackie Dawn. This is Dar saving it. And now Felician hammering it back. And a nice block that time by MacArthur.
Well, that's a nice job of teamwork by
Yeah,
Nimitz.
definitely. They set that up beautifully.
Instead of going to Felician, they went behind the back and got the great slam.
Good camera work there by our technical crew as always. And here is Dar serving. Little that time. Someone caught somebody sleeping, that's for sure. Amador picking up the point for her team.
Again, one of these no-look deals. Everybody expecting her to pass. Instead, she gets the point.
Felician trying to find an opening and does. Nimitz up by 2, 8-6. This is Paloma Orozco to do the serving. Way too strong. Point for Nimitz. And it's 9-6. Way too strong again. Point for MacArthur. 9-7. Kind of a repeat of the first match when both teams had trouble serving.
De La Rosa back in, Sheriff out.
Felician gets it over, now sending it back to Felician. That was Martinez. And that's going to be a point for Nimitz. They lead it 10-7. Well, as Lance told you in the onset of the broadcast, it's been a long time since MacArthur has lost to Nimitz in volleyball. Long as in 8 years, 2 presidential terms. But Nimitz just may do it tonight. Point for Nimitz, rather, is Gonzalez sent it into the net. So Felician again to do the serving. Point for MacArthur as it just went out. And it's 11-8. De La Rosa will do the serving honors for MacArthur. That's Jessup. They got to get it back over. And they do. Little dink that time, but it was saved by Mac. And that one is out.
Nope, in.
11-9.
Mac holds on with serve.
Again, Cecilia De La Rosa is the server. A little bit too strong that time. That makes it 12-9. Nimitz up by 3. This is Jalen Jones to do the serving.
De La Rosa just couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle that one at all, no. It's a point for Nimitz. They lead by 4, 13-9. Nice attempt by Willover, but she couldn't save it. And it's 14-9. So Jones has picked up 2 points for her team.
We're watching one more time here. De La Rosa tries for the save. I imagine the serve will go to De La Rosa again, but it's too far.
That was a little bit too strong, so the point goes to MacArthur. They have cut the edge now to 4, Nimitz 14 and MacArthur 10. Umaquano, the server. That's Jessup really drilling one.
Looked out. I don't know what they call though. It's in, they say. Right on the line.
So 14-11. Just point for MacArthur. And it's now 14-12. Umaquano to serve. Oh, what a smash that was. Alejandro Reyes really hammered it home. 15-12, Nimitz leads. Watch this one. Bam!
Great power and great placement that time by Nolly.
Points to Nimitz. It's 16-12. This is Meredith Lane, who started this all off about 40 minutes ago by serving, and she's back there doing it now. Nice point that time by Nimitz. They guarded the net and did it very well. And again, Miss Jessup, Johnny on the spot there. Lane serve, too far, too far. Point for MacArthur. Mac leads it, Mac rather trails by 4, 17-13. A little dink that time, nicely done. Little left-handed tap by Sydney Foster, and it's 17-14. You're watching right there. There's that little left hand.
Doesn't always take a big power shot.
Jessup gets it across the net. Nice play by Jessup again. Dar saves it, puts it up. Jessup driving it across, and it's going to be a point for Nimitz. Jessup seems to be all over the court now. 18-14 the score, and it'll be Jessup serving.
He's been very effective serving too.
Way too strong.
Not this time though.
18-15 the score. MacArthur down by 3. Mac will serve, and doing the honors for MacArthur will be Sydney Foster.
Going to put Sheriff back into the game and replace Della Rosa. Yep, not going to happen.
Point for MacArthur, 18-16. Mac down by 2. Dar puts it up in the air and ramming it home. And picking up the point is Adriana Nolly. Boy, she's been busy. And now she's coming off. She's being substituted for. As you watch the replay, Flowers taking her place.
Well, both these teams, Bob, are pretty even, as you would imagine, but it's just interesting to watch the momentum go back and forth.
Nimitz up by 3. Nimitz up by 4. Trying to get it across the net that time was Sheriff, could not do it. So it's 20-16. Point for Nimitz, 21-16.
Really important here for Mac to get this one.
Jackie Dar serves. Should be a point for Nimitz, and it is. Boy, they really worked the net very well that time, did these Nimitz girls. 22-16, watch the replay. That's Felicia in that time. Nimitz up by 6. Dar to serve. This is Jessup setting up for a teammate, and driving it into the net was Grieber. So a point for MacArthur. They're down by 5, 22-17, and Woolover to do the serving.
Great dig by Felicia, but it's out.
Couldn't save it. And it's an ace for MacArthur. And they're down by 4, 22-18. They need some more of those aces, that's for sure.
Oh,
got another one. 22-19.
Woolover coming in and really getting some good work done here, and now Coach E wants a timeout. Let's put a halt to this momentum, she says.
Yeah, really.
Let's reevaluate what we're doing. Woolover's come in. Now this young lady can hit a volleyball well.
It's a shot of the Nimitz head coach. Joy Engeldinger. And they just refer to her as Coach E. Got a lot of letters in that last name, that's for sure. So here's Woolover to do the serving. Dar keeps it up in the air. Way off the mark. Point from MacArthur. It's 22-20. Kind of replicates the first match.
Yep.
When MacArthur had what appeared to be an insurmountable lead, got up to 23 points and then just absolutely folded. The serve. Dar puts it up. Felicia gets it into net, but it goes over. A little touch tap that time. So a point for Nimitz. They lead by 3. 23-20. This was really close.
Orozco will try to bring it home for Nimitz.
Point for Nimitz, 24-20. Orozco has the opportunity right now to win this set with a good serve. And that's it. Nimitz wins it 25-20.
Well, Nimitz on the way to ending
Perhaps,
a bad drought.
yeah.
We'll be back right after this. So Nimitz leads us 2-0 right now, and looking to break a long-time drought of winning against the Northsiders. See how they do it here. And it's Miss Nolly in the middle. Adriana getting that home with a slam. Show you it was no accident. We show a couple more. Good golly, Miss Nolly. Oh. With apologies to little Richie. So that's 2. Let's talk about the good folk who bring you the ball game of the week each week on ICT. And of course, our longtime sponsors. They are, as always, Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning, a charter sponsor, meaning they've been with us since we started doing this broadcast. Right after we used to follow Little Richard on TV.
Richard Penniman.
Yes. He never liked that, did he? Little Richard. Still at age 80 plus, he's Little Richard. Man was a rock and roll icon of the 1950s.
And we thank our sponsor, Gerald Stavely, for their participation and certainly their loyalty. They've been with us a very long time.
Thank you, guys and gals.
So we're all set for the third match. This is Meredith Lane. Felician sends it over, no good. MacArthur has the first point. This is the best 3 out of 5 matches. So MacArthur to win this, they're going to have to win the last 3. And if we do go to that 5th and final match, it's not 25 points, it's 15. Nice play by Felicia to save it. Little dink that time. Followed by still another dink, inky dinky do. Jessup with the smash, played very nicely by MacArthur. As they return it into the net it goes. And the point goes to Nimitz, their first point of this match. Well, here's Lacey Jessup. Left-handed smash that time by Peyton Graber, the sophomore.
When she gets herself in position, man, she can hit it hard.
You watch Peyton come up with that left-handed slam right there. Pretty tough to return those. Jessup serves. She's got herself an ace. And it's 3-1. Big smile on Lacey Jessup's face right now. An ace by Jessup.
Well, again, for the third consecutive time, Nimitz has started off with a 4-1 lead. Everybody just kind of flat-footed there.
Point again by Nimitz. They lead it 5-1. Jessup the server. Another race for Jessup. It's 6-1.
I think MacArthur wants a timeout. Nope, not going to take one.
Both teams have 2 timeouts should they want to use it.
Jessup's been great here. Not there.
Floats that one. Here comes Nolly. Very nice play that time. Saving it was Lauren Elliott for MacArthur. And it's now a 6-2 game. Roll over the server. Felicia gets the kill. And Nimitz leads it 7-2. You'll watch the replay right there.
Nice job by Felician, hitting them where they ain't.
Nana Flowers in for the Vikings. And Jackie Dard to serve. Wow. Another kill by Felicia.
Felician's been great at the net tonight. Look at her getting skies way up in the air and belts that one home, 8-2.
Serving it into the net is Dar, so a point for MacArthur. They're down by 5, 8-3.
They'll hope Amador can turn this around for them.
Amber Amador serving for Mac.
Nice dig by Jessup.
Felician gets it up across the net. Mac will try and reciprocate, and they do. Dar sets it up for a teammate, Felician. And a very nice play that time by MacArthur. Beautiful defensive block by Mac as they pick up the point. It's 8-4.
Watch young Sheriff go up in the air. I'm not sure whether her or Yumikama, but that was a good job.
8-4. Nine to 4. Nimitz leads it by 5. Paloma Orozco to serve. Felician, nice block again by MacArthur. Rumakula that time. And it's 9-5. Looked like Felician was really going to hammer it home. Watch number 1 get up there. Whoa. Talk about that net shaking a little bit.
Reyes to serve.
Alejandro Reyes, the server. Felician drives it home. Point for Nimitz.
That gal has some power in the half, doesn't she?
I've seen this before, I think. And I think MacArthur's seen it too.
Too many times. Look at her get up in the air. For
yeah, it's like she's floating up there, a la Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Now Felicia will go back and serve. She's good here too.
Nimitz has doubled the score, 10-5. Jessup with the smash, back trying to return it, and they do. Nice think that time by Dahl, and a little tap into the unknown picks up a point for Nimitz. They lead at 11-5.
Boy, this is just a wonderful little, again, this little left-handed, almost hook shot there.
Felician's got the ace. It's 12-5. Nimitz on a roll here. Really seeing something historical here, seeing as how for 8 consecutive years it's been all MacArthur. But that is not the case thus far tonight. Too strong. Point for Nimitz. They lead at 12-5.
13-5.
13-5. Don't want to take anything away from it.
I'm sure Mac would like to, and they're going to call timeout now.
They're going to call timeout, yeah.
As Coach Ramsey is saying, well, I've seen enough of this. Girls, we got to get our stuff together. Tell you what, Nimitz, between the power of Felicia and this great teamwork, they're really looking good tonight. The intense look there on Nolly's face. Or, I mean, Reyes' face, my bad. Sorry, Alejandra. And again, we'll also have football for you on this week. The Vikings taking on the Lions of our tournament.
Into the net it goes. Felician that time with a faulty serve, and it's 13-6. Umakuna to do the serving. Umakuna puts it up. Over it goes. Again, Dar saving it. Point for MacArthur. It's 13-7. Nimitz picks up the point. Just hung on the top of the net and then fell over.
Nana Flowers with that. Yeah, sometimes these things go your way, Robert.
Sometimes I wouldn't know.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Oop.
Bad serve that time by Jones. Jalen Jones ramming it into the net. That makes it 14-8. Nimitz 11 points away from sweeping this match.
Gonzalez to serve.
Very nicely done.
Elliott.
Yeah. Lauren Elliott, second time she's made her presence known there at the net. Good play. Watch Lauren, number 12, get up there.
That's doing it.
And Gonzalez puts it right into the net. 15-9 is our score. Graber comes back in. She's the young lady who has that powerful left hand. Meredith Lane serving for Nimitz. Point for Nimitz, 16-9. Dar sets it up. Nolly hammers it home.
Looks like a Nimitz type of night, Bob.
Yeah. Boy, they're doing well. So it's 17-9. Nolly again. 18-9. Nolly getting all the notoriety as well she should. And I'll tell you, he's really played a very solid game. And that's number 3, Jackie Dar. That ball comes over, and she, each and every time, is able to use those 2 forearms to get it up in the air for her teammates.
Good job in the libero spot.
There's Dar right there. Little touch tap, little dink by Lacey Jessup. And the Nimitz bandwagon continues to roll on.
That's biggest.
They lead it by 10.
Biggest margin we've had in the match tonight.
Meredith Lane, the server. Gleason puts it up. Nolly gets it over. Nope, way too strong that time with that left arm. We mentioned Jessup has got a strong left hand, but too strong. I said Jessup, it's actually Garber, Peyton Garber, number 4.
Mac needs to roll off about 4 or 5 in a row here at least.
Nolly said, nope, I'm going to roll that one over.
We watch it again, and again, good golly, Miss Nolly.
Jessup to serve. That's Felician with the hard serve. Point for Nimitz, 21-10. Boy, they are really rolling. Nimitz trying to pick up their second victory in the district. A point again for Nimitz. 22-10.
And Jessup just put the hammer down and serve it out.
Soft one this time, comes up across the net. Point for Nimitz, that time Nolly just with those big arms.
She has that knuckleball serve with no spin.
23-10. Good point that time by Lauren Elliott for her team. It makes it 23-11. But Mac's got a long road to hoe here. And this is Willover serving. Dar puts it up in the air. Mac trying to get it back across now. Going to be hard, but they do it. And they hit the net. So it's a point for Nimitz. Nimitz just 1 point away from sweeping all 3 games. Very impressive by the Nimitz Vikings. Here's Dar to serve.
To win.
And they do. Nimitz has won at 25-11. So 3 consecutive 25-point presentations by the Nimitz Vikings. And they have ended a long losing streak against MacArthur. They've gone 8 consecutive years without beating Mac in volleyball, but that's all over.
We watch it one more time here. It's just a great serve. A nice try at the dig, but it's just Nimitz's night, Bob.
It certainly was. They played very well, and you know these girls have to be very happy. It's their 9th victory of the season, their 2nd in district play. For Lance Brown and all the members of our technical crew, this is Bob Barry. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a most pleasant good night.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning,